guys, it's Kim here with Fairly Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me on this 8th episode of our Sitting and Spinning series. I have a lot to share with you guys. I appreciate everybody's patience for it being about 2 months since our last show and tell episode. I did not intend to take a break in December or January, but it happened and I am now very refreshed and ready to get back to things. So thank you guys so much for your patience and sticking with me. From Patreon, I wanted to say a huge thank you to all my patrons because you guys enabled me to purchase some jacquard dies that I was desperately wanting, and I got to play with those, and I would like to share that with you guys. I do have an unboxing video from right before Christmas that I'm going to put up on Patreon. It is for patrons only, so if you want to see that video, hop on over there and check out how you can have access to that. And it is patreon.com/fairlyfiberfun. Okay, so the first thing I did was try to make green, and I mixed sky blue and bright yellow together, and I got this color. It's a really pretty lime green. I like it, but it wasn't the color I was looking for. And I tried 2 different ways to do it, and I got the same color. I carded it up to see if it was any different, and it really wasn't, so I'm only showing you the one. And each of these boxes is about 1 ounce of fiber. Here's a little bit more of the color variation that created this color. The yellow and blue didn't absorb evenly, but in the carding it kind of evened out. So that was kind of fun, a fun experiment, although it didn't work out very well. So I kept playing around with green, and after getting the I got the jacquard dies and then I started playing with them. But I finally decided to try 2 other colors because I have brilliant blue and sun yellow. And this is what happened. This was an over dye of a light blue, I think, maybe a light tan. But this is more along the lines of the color I was trying to get when I mixed for green. And I think this turned out really well. So I'm very happy with it. So that turned out absolutely gorgeous. And when I got this color, I went, oh, that's a Christmas color. So I wanted to dye some red. Now, I've heard that red is very difficult to get. It usually turns pink. So I mixed pink, fire red, was it fire truck red, and pumpkin orange, and I think some yellow. And I got this gorgeous red. First try. Gorgeous, gorgeous red. When I mixed the red dye stock, I put more dye into it than I normally do for my dye stocks to make it a bolder color. Isn't that just gorgeous? Beautiful. So those are my Christmas colors that I dyed up. And aren't they pretty? So I'm very happy with that. And I got, because I dyed several batches in one day, I have these little index cards of what colors I used of the dye and whether I did oven or kettle dyeing. This is pink and sky blue, and I kettle dyed it so that it was very uneven. And it turned out with lighter and darker sections, purpley, bluish, pinkish. It's really, really pretty. I had fun with this. I just kind of poured the dye in however I felt like, and it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I have the exact recipe written down in my dyeing notebook. And then I also dyed violet. I wanted a dark purple, and I have some Cushing's violet dye, so I thought I would just make a semi-solid purple. Not really a semi-solid, but kind of a tonal purple. And I actually carded up a little bit of it here. to show what it looks like carded. But this is the dyed fiber right here. And I love how it turned out. This is Targhee wool. For almost all of these colors, it's Targhee. And then I dyed up just to see what color it was. I'm not into yellow that much, but just to see how the bright yellow would do by itself, I dyed up the yellow. So here I've got a gorgeous yellow, again on Targhee. I love this fleece. It's so soft and bouncy and amazing. Alright, so that's the majority of the dyeing that I've done recently. I've done other dyeing projects, but that's the most recent. And I had to make another green for another project, which I will share with you in just a second. But this is how the green turned out. So again, this was me mixing brilliant blue and sun yellow together to make a really nice grassy green. And I like how it turned out. Okay, so on to spinning projects. That was all the dye stuff. And again, thank you Patreon family for supporting me and enabling me to purchase the dyes and experiment with them. That's so much fun. Okay, so last year before Tour de Fleece, I dyed up a whole bunch of fiber for Tour de Fleece, and I was going to do a rainbow spin, which I did. Rainbow fractal gradient, where it gradates from one color to another, and then I applied it together in a fractal. So one strand is each color of the rainbow, only one repetition. So it's really long stretches of color that gradually flows from one to the next, which is a gradient. And then the other strand is short bursts of color, sometimes in rainbow order and sometimes in random order, and then applied together for a fractal effect. And I have over 600 yards of this, and I haven't known what to do with it. And then recently I decided I still had a bunch of the original fiber. I only dyed like a third. I only used about a third of what I had prepared. So I still had the other 2/3 left. So I guess I used 2/3. I had a third of each color left. Whatever. Anyway, so I decided to spin up the rest, and I finished all the rainbow colors, and now I'm on to brown because I don't have enough yardage for what I want to do. Here's all the colors. Right here. And here's the original. So we have, this is not actually the same color as what's in here. This is a lighter blue. And this was one of my first, most of this was Kool-Aid dyed. So this is raspberry Kool-Aid, I think. And then orange and purple, which I had to dye some of this up because I didn't have enough purple left, and then I added the purple I still had into this when I spun it. Some yellow, which was more food coloring than Kool-Aid because Kool-Aid doesn't make a bright yellow, and cherry and strawberry, I think, is what made this really pretty. So those are the rainbow colors. It's about 500 yards short, so I dyed up a whole bunch of brown. And I spun up this bobbin and decided I needed almost 600 yards of this color for the part of the pattern that has the sleeves. I'm using the pinwheel sweater pattern, and it has the yardage for each color. And I decided that the brown would be great for this strip that goes around where the sleeves are. So I'm currently spinning another bobbin of brown. This is all of the brown I dyed with the same fiber. This is a mixed breed Targhee double sheep breed. And the other brown is pure Cormo. So this will be the only bobbin or the only skein of yarn that has a different fiber in it, which is fine. Excuse me. So, and I'm about halfway done with that bobbin, which is great. On to other spins, because that's not all the spinning I've done. I spun up some cotton, and at Christmas time, my 7-year-old tie-dyed a whole bunch of t-shirts, and we used some of the excess dye, and we dyed up my cotton yarn. So I have not finished washing out excess dye, which is why the color is so dark. It should be about half this strength because the t-shirts are really, really, really faded. I bought the tie-dye kit from our local Walmart, and I'm not going to do that again. I will buy it from Dharma Trading Company and get the professional stuff with the soda ash and all that as a dye fixative. Because this was very, very disappointed. The colors were dark and bold and bright, and then it took an hour of washing or 2 hours of washing everything to get all the color out, and it was all faded. So it's like pastels, and I don't like that. Now this would have been acceptable, but it's like major washed out on the t-shirts, and like I said, I didn't finish washing the dye out. This is still going to bleed like crazy. But I like these colors, and it's the first time I've dyed cotton yarn. It's the first time I've tie-dyed. It was a lot of fun, and my 7-year-old had a blast doing it. And I'm really pleased with my little cotton spun yarn. So I haven't decided what I'm going to make with this yet, but I'm looking forward to doing something with it. The next yarns I'm going to talk about, you guys should have already seen them in my Christmas special. I had watched a video by Gracia Lum Hopkins about tweed yarn and how to evenly distribute your add-ins for a nice even tweed. So that inspired me, and I decided out of the blue to create my own tweed blend. So I hand carded using Cormo wool, a little bit of a mystery wool, some Angora cotton, and silk noils. And this is what I ended up with. So it's really pretty, and I love it. But after I did this spin, I thought, you know, maybe I should see how these already dyed up add-ins are going to look with a different color base. So I decided to try it with a dark blue Cormo that I had dyed. Oh gosh, I don't remember when I dyed this up. So I spun it, and then when I was bracelet plying, I suddenly decided to try coils. I had never done coils before. I do not recommend bracelet plying coils because that's a pain in the butt. But I had a blast making all these little coils and tried to make the texture of color pop. And I'm going to post some close-up pictures here, but I thought this was amazing. Same exact blending method on this as with the brown, but it looks totally different because I started with blue fiber for this one. So I'm really, really happy with it, how it turned out. And I will try to remember to post a link to the Christmas special video so you guys can hop on over there and see that if you haven't already. I showed you my carding method, blending on the hand cards, and spinning and plying for both of these. So that's really cool. I think that's about it on the spinning. I've worked a little bit on the gray Cormo sweater spin, which the fleece looks like this. And I'm trying to spin a sweater quantity. I'm on the third bobbin. It's been languishing for most of the year while I did other things, so I'm excited to get back into that. Knitting. How about we talk about knitting now? I finished up all the Christmas projects I had going on. 2, 4, 5, 6 pair of socks that were planned, 2 hats that were planned, and some other stuff. Here's one of the hats. I couldn't find everything today. The kids have been wearing their Christmas gifts. But this is one of the hats that I made. And these skulls ended up having extra eyeballs because I repeated part of the pattern, part of the chart without meaning to. So they look like little monster skulls now. And I love it. And my son loves it. And I think I showed you guys this before. This is a little earbud pouch that I made several months before Christmas. And it's well loved, and for some reason he left it at home today, but I think today's the first time he's left it at home. He's been using it. After all my Christmas knitting and stuff was done, I decided to, out of the blue, to knit a pair of socks for my boyfriend, and he had said when I dyed up this fiber, he said he wanted socks out of it. So I had spun one skein of this and the rest was still fiber form, not even picked, not carded, nothing. And so I decided to knit my boyfriend some socks, but I knit 1 1/2 and I ran out of yarn. So I had to spin some more yarn, and this is what I have left from what I spun. And this is what the socks look like. They're big, they're stretched out, and they're dirty. They have been worn and worn and worn, and it's a miracle I got to share this with you today. I think the only reason is because it's been a little bit warm. But yeah, I need to wash these so that he can wear them again. And I'll try to post some pictures of some of the other stuff that I made. But like I said, I couldn't find it all because the kids have been using everything I made for them this year. They've been going crazy over it. But I did start a new project recently. I started a hoodie. It's called a weekend hoodie. And I've changed the pattern a bit, but this is the back. It's just a plain rectangle. I am using Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo, which is over 700 yards per skein. And as the pattern says, I'm keeping the top stitches on a holder, and I'm using my Haya interchangeable needles and little panda stoppers, which are new. They're little panda bears that are knitting socks. They are so adorable. So yeah, I treated myself after Christmas to some Haya knitting needle accessories and another pair of knitting needles and an extra long cable and a few other things. So I'm about 5 inches through on the front of that hoodie, and I'm looking forward to getting that done. And I'm making it for Luke, the 11-year-old. He's almost 12. Is he 12? I think he's 11. So that's all the knitting I've really been doing. I did finish a sock and started the next one, but I haven't worked on it much. I don't have the other thing in here I wanted to show you guys, so I'll post a picture of it in here. I did design a pattern. That's something new. The pattern is Gnome Hats washcloth, and the test just got finished and everything's good to go. And the pattern is available as of February 1st, 2018. So you can find it in my Ravelry store, which is, it should be Kim Boyce or Fairly Fiber Fun. You can find me as both on Ravelry and Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, Facebook, all of that. Okay. I harvested the last of the cotton from this 2017 cotton growing season, and I was still harvesting in January. What do you know? It's lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. I've already planted some seeds, and out of the, I think, 16 I planted, 9 have come up, so that's pretty good. And I've got tons and tons of seeds. This bag is just full of seeds, so I have plenty more. If anybody's interested in buying some seeds, this is Pima cotton. It's excellent. It's silky and soft and wonderful, and I'd be happy to pass some seeds along to y'all. Excuse me. I'm kind of jumping around, and I apologize for that, but I'm trying to get through this so that the episode isn't too terribly long. For Christmas, I received some new stash. This is 100% Targhee, and it is by A Star Is Shorn. Etsy shop, and you can find the Ravelry group Team Star Sheep. I love Duchess Red is a great dyer. I've talked about her before, and I've done unboxing videos, and she's did the fiber club that I'm still in the process of spinning and all of that. So I'm saving this for when I need a special treat, and then I will just spin this. You know, when I finish 2 sweater spins, then I'm probably going to want to spin this. So this is my treat myself fiber, and I'm really happy with it. I probably would not have picked out these colors. My boyfriend got this for me. But looking at it, there's so many depths and tones and things in this fiber. It's really, really pretty. So I'm really happy that he got me this color. And I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. But it's just so pretty. Now look at me, I have to unbraid it. It is so gorgeous. I actually have not unbraided it yet. This is the first time. So you're getting my initial opening it up and looking at all the different colors. This is really pretty. Peachy and brown and tan and little pops of other color. I don't know. It looks like there might be, I don't know if that's silk in there. I thought it was just targhee, but or little bits and pieces that didn't take dye maybe. It's really pretty. I love it. Anyway, I'm going to set that aside. And then from another shop that I don't think I've ever purchased fiber from, he got me some silk hankies, which I don't know what I did with. Here they are. Just plain silk hankies so that I can finish a all silk project that I started during Tour de Fleece. So hopefully I'll be able to make a really, really pretty fancy shawl out of this and add it to the silk I've already spun. That'll be really neat to do that. So I thought that was really sweet that he bought me some plain silk hankies to play with. And he bought me these roll-locks. This is the first time I've ever received packaged roll-locks from a shop. This is from Ravelry Fiber Arts. And this is merino, I think. I don't think the package said what it was. But anyway, it's blue and green and brown and black, and I love it. So pretty. Little bits of white or natural. Anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is going to be a pleasure spin that I do sometime when I need a break from all the other spins I've been doing. But I have so many things to spin and only so much time and only so much energy and only so many bobbins. So we'll be purchasing some more bobbins for my Bay Pinky before too long, because that's what I'm doing the big cornmeal sweater spin on, and I'm almost out of bobbins, so I don't have enough to do everything. I'm getting reacquainted with the Bay Pinky. When I got the antique wheel, I fell out of love with the Pinky and decided I didn't want to spin on it. It works great for plying because the take-up is really, really strong, and I can treadle much faster and just get the job done so much quicker. But I have, since returning to spinning yarn completely on the Pinky, I have reacquainted myself and I love her again, and I'm really, really happy that I still have the Pinky, and I plan on getting the production wheel, the Bay production wheel at some point. So, but I think I want just the single treadle, because the way the Pinky does with my back, with the double treadling, I don't have anywhere to rest my weight, and so it puts a strain on my lower back. Even with pillows behind me, I still have a little bit of trouble with my back, so I have to treadle with one foot, the other foot on the floor, and that's not working as well as I would like it to, so I think I will just get a single treadle next time, and that'll solve that problem, as I do prefer a single treadle wheel. Excuse me, I do not know what is wrong with my voice today, or my throat. Anyway, I think that's everything I had to share with you guys. I know it was a lot, and I kind of flew through it, and I wish I had been able to show you everything I had worked on, but unfortunately, you know, the kids just fall in love with their stuff, and they don't want me to have it back to film. So, They wear their new stuff every day. They wear their handmade socks every single day. And if I don't do the laundry, Mama, when are you doing the laundry so I can wear my socks again? They love their socks. They won't wear anything else hardly. So I'm a happy camper and I'm a happy mom. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful month, and don't forget to comment in the comment sections and let me know what you've been working on, what your favorite fibers are, what your newest stash acquisitions are. Tell me what you would do with this beautiful targhee. What would you make out of it? It is 4 ounces, so I believe it's 4 ounces. It feels like 4. So please tell me what you would do with this. And if you would like some cotton seeds, just let me know. Message me and I will get them to you. You can message me on Ravelry or Patreon or Facebook, and I will get them. I will let you know how we can go about getting those seeds to you. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me today. Until next time, I hope you enjoy everything you do and enjoy every moment of every day, because every moment is very precious. So thank you so much. Bye, guys.